Joshua Hodges, thanks for sitting down with TalkToDrivers.com.
Thank you for having me.
How did you get your start in racing?
Well, I started when I think I was 7. My dad was always racing, and I've been around the Herrera family, and just got sort of in a racing family, and always liked it, watched NASCAR. Never really sprint cars when I was real little, but I did get to go to this track a lot and watch Ricky, Johnny, and my dad occasionally when I was really young. And sort of took off from there, and I really liked it. And started in quarter midgets, worked our way up. I think I was 10, 11, and I moved to mini sprints. Raced a lot in Oklahoma, and just recently, during this year, made the move to sprint cars, and I'm really excited.
What races or tracks do you want to run that you have not?
Well, definitely Knoxville in the future. The Knoxville Nationals, biggest race, I believe. Sprint car racing, that's what I love. I went there this past year, and it was an amazing experience. Loved it. Want to go race there sometime. And then I want to do Kings Royal and Silver Dollar for the Gold Cup. When I get to that level, that'd be some cool places to go and race.
What do you, are you done? What do you do for relaxation, non-racing related?
I like basketball and sports and those sort of things to relax. Then watching TV, playing video games, sort of a kid thing that I like to do.
Video games and a kid, go figure. Of the old school drivers, who would you like to compete against? Name at least 3.
Well, Ricky Hood, earlier this year in my first race, I was lucky enough to actually compete with him, and that was actually pretty cool. Watching him when I was younger, watching him race and be around him, that was cool to actually get to race head-to-head in competition with him. And I'd like to race with Steve Kinzer, the King. That'd be cool to say I could race with him. Not necessarily compete, just be on the same track at the same time. That's a really cool experience. And Doug Wolfgang, that would be cool. Really took the sport, really dominated in his years. I just think that'd be cool to race with him.
What has been your most memorable moment in racing to date?
That's a tough one. My first race was pretty cool just because it was my first. Especially my first sprint car race earlier this year. That was a neat deal in Aztec, racing with, like I said, Ricky and Johnny, Derek Ortega, also 17, who's starting sprint cars and doing really well. And that's a lot of it. And also racing in Gasoline Alley for quarter midgets in Indianapolis. I was close to coming to win that, but I had fun, liked competition, and competed for a win there, and was really proud of myself. I did that well.
What do your school pals think of you driving race cars?
I think sometimes they don't know what to think. It's sort of out of the ordinary, and sort of go with it. They don't really talk about much. One of my friends likes drag racing, so I can kind of relate to him. But not many others really like racing, just like other sports, but they still sort of think it's cool that I do something different than most people.
Are you planning on going to college?
I think it would definitely help if racing doesn't work out, or if I want to do something else. College would help my future. I'm not sure what college, what anything yet, but I think that would definitely help in the future.
Do you have a favorite racetrack?
I like all racetracks. There's no one in particular that I like more than the other. Definitely dirt tracks over asphalt tracks, but none other. The atmosphere in mini sprints in Oklahoma, going to Port City and Tulsa, that was definitely very cool. Small track, high banks, up on the fence, down low, and anywhere you want to go. And that was a definitely cool track, but I say I like all of them.
Who was your first car owner?
My first car owner was my dad. Always been my car owner. Have a lot of people who helped us, but he's the one who does everything, helps me, just helps me along. Also some people that help a lot are Johnny Herrera, Manny, Annette, and Derek Ortega, who help just financially and help me in racing, bring me up, and just help me learn how to do things better and how to just do things better on the racetrack and off.
Guide you.
Yes.
What are your career racing goals, or your racing goals in general? I mean,
I would like to race World of Outlaw sprint cars, the 410s, and 360 sprint cars, the ASCS National Tour. Basically just sprint cars. Don't really want to do much else. Just sprint car racing.
That's
really
refreshing. That really is refreshing. You know, so many interviews, NASCAR. Do you like the 1/4s or the half miles better?
I haven't really raced on a real true half mile sprint car or really mini sprints or anything yet, so I'm not sure I can fully answer that, but I do like watching on the shorter tracks, except for Knoxville, just the action, all small, usually higher bank tracks, and they get after it there.
What has been your most amusing, embarrassing moment in racing to date?
Well, I think maybe the most embarrassing, my first sprint car race and first ever race, fell out of the seat both times, got tired, sort of embarrassing, but it's how you learn, you get better at it, and you usually get better at it, and that's where it goes on. And you take that experience and apply it to times ahead, and it's fine.
Joshua Hodges, thanks for sitting down and talking to Drivers.com.
Thank you for having me.